My name is Jim Manning, and I'm the author of Patriotism, Unhinged, available worldwide through online retailers. Today, I wanted to take some time to thank everybody who has gotten to me and for all the comments. Most of them have been better than I thought. I'm actually not a writer, and I'm not a TV guy. I'm just a guy that happened to have something happen to him early in his life and kept it closed for a long time. And then through association with other researchers, convinced me to write the book. And I thank them for that, because now I feel as if I'm on a mission to get more people to know about what really happened, the truth. It's almost amazing to me that people are right now waiting with bated breath for these pages to be looked at and so forth. And this is all because when people talked about it and told how it happened and why it happened, Central Intelligence Agency and other agencies, there's 18 of those, went crazy to get the story closed up. Every time somebody spoke or some family member found documents that showed that their own family person was involved in the shooting, when a CIA agent retired, he had sequestered all of the evidence in the case because it all came through him and wanted to get out the truth. He knew it was going to come out eventually, but he wanted to put his spin on it. And so he looked for a writer. He found one. He worked with him for 4 years. After he died, all of those secrets were published. And when the CIA found out that 10,000 copies had been printed, they moved heaven and earth. They found the writer, and they went to the writer, and I guess, I wasn't there, that they scared the writer by telling him that the information that was in the book was marked top secret and was also marked classified, and that he would be in trouble for not getting permission from the government to put that in a book. The CIA confiscated the books that were published but never distributed. They also got control of the copyright so that they could never be printed again. Gregory Douglas wrote the book, Regicide, which had a lot of the evidence that was passed on to him by Robert Turnbull Crowley, the Crow. And that book became impossible to get. They, of course, smeared him the same way they've smeared everybody who has come out with anything against the Warren Report. So the Central Intelligence Agency has been able to control the media since 1947. They have what they call the Mighty Wurlitzer, which is the connection to owners of major newspapers. And some of those people that are the owners are also designated CIA agents of some kind. For the last 4 years or so, I have spent 90% of my time investigating how the CIA controlled the media. And there are numbers of books that I can recommend to people that it's a little bit dry, but it's amazing to see what they did and what they can do. But the evidence is, it's been 62 years, and according to the government, they don't have an answer yet. And it's my feeling that the document dump that they just made isn't going to go anywhere. So in order to smear the writer of Regicide, they unleashed their propaganda dogs. As many as probably 100 people were working on it, and they were able to bring it to a conclusion that most people thought was true. And it didn't take me very long, by making some contacts with relatives of some agents, to find out that it was all a fairy tale. The proof is in my book. It's the statement of policy, 32 bullet points. It's the minutes of the 63 meetings that were held between March the 1st of 1963 until actually the last meeting was in December after the assassination. It was sort of like a tie-up meeting. In addition to that, there are comments made in there that nobody would have ever known about except the CIA. There's one detail we want to add. The president of France, Charles de Gaulle, was at the funeral, Kennedy's funeral, and after that he had a meeting with John McCone, CIA director, and the new president, Lyndon Baines Johnson. At that meeting, they were really surprised to hear that French intelligence had told de Gaulle that two of the group of shooters in the assassination were French Corsicans. This is the assassination, of course, of John F. Kennedy. Then he said that at one time, a few years back, there were a number of assassination attempts on his life because he was for giving Algeria back to the people who lived there. And there was a large segment of French people who did not want that to happen. And one of those attempts on his life was aided by our Central Intelligence Agency. That's significant because, the feeling on the part of a lot of the people who are high up in our government is imperialism, and we're kind of the real cream of the crop. And I think at that meeting they found out French intelligence was every bit as good as our intelligence. Over the years, the truth has dribbled out. The Central Intelligence Agency has moved quickly on just about everything that would put a hole in the Warren Report. They've been very successful. It's now 62 years again. So my question is that if you have a heavy interest in the truth coming out, I would suggest that you send an email to your congressman, send an email to your senator, send an email to anybody you think cares about the truth, because at all costs we have to stop these coups from happening. And we may not be able to keep a democracy if we have another one. It's a cliche, but those who forget about history are doomed to repeat it.